there's a breaking news that's coming in, viewers. This is a video that's been released by the Ukraine Defense Ministry. They claim one Russian jet has been shot down in a dogfight. Let me quickly go across to my colleague Christine joining us from the newsroom. Christine, give us more details.
Лидеры спрыгнули!
Ебашь!
Лидеры спрыгнули! Лидеры спрыгнули!
Ебашь!
Лидеры спрыгнули! Лидеры спрыгнули!
Ебашь!
That's a very interesting video, Christine, that's coming where we are seeing how a Russian jet has been shot down in that dogfight.
Absolutely, and that's what I was trying to say, Rhythm. What we are seeing is a war of videos that is essentially playing out, especially in the last few hours, different versions being put out by both the sides. Like you're saying, that this is a visual that has now been put out by the Ukrainian side, claiming that a Russian jet was shot down. Similar videos that have been put out by the Russian side as well. The Russian Ministry of Defense had published a footage just a few minutes ago showing the combat use of helicopters. Ka-52 crews destroyed the armored vehicles of Ukrainian nationals. That's what the Russian side was claiming, and we've seen multiple such videos come out on social media in the last few hours. So essentially, both the sides engaged in a war of information at this point in time. That's the sentiment that we are picking up. But if we go by what's going on, as far as the ground reality is concerned, we're going by the versions being put out by our reporters. Our reporters have been reporting non-stop on the current situation, and though they're saying, both Shavan and Radul are saying that western side of Ukraine, the western part of the country, is relatively peaceful. It's only towards the northeastern end, the southern end, that we're looking at massive clashes take place. Street fight that has been reported in multiple areas. Shelling and bombardment, of course, only escalating. So we're seeing the Russian offensive escalating by the day. But we're also focusing on what these talks could lead to, because in a major breakthrough Rhythm, we've seen how in two major cities, now a green corridor will be provided, which will essentially mean that civilians will be allowed to evacuate to safer locations. Now, that means that this is certainly a good beginning, because there is another round of talks that is to take place, a third round that is to take place perhaps in the next 24 hours. Sources also telling us, and we keep taking in a word from Shivani for more on that, she keeps telling us that perhaps the two sides could also reach upon an agreement in the next round of talks. So this is certainly a good start, that civilians are being allowed to move. Green corridors are being created for civilians to move.
Yes, Christine, I just want to interrupt you for one moment, because you spoke about our colleague Shivani, who's joining us right now from Poland. Shivani, two things that I want to ask you. What's the situation where you are like about Indians? But more importantly, what's going to be happening with those talks?
Rhythm, if we talk about the situation of the Indians in this part of Poland, which is close to the border, the situation remains to be tense, because we've seen how these border points have already been choked up with thousands of students, and especially those who are from India who want to move to safe places. And the efforts are being made not only by the Indian embassy, but now we know that the ceasefire agreement has been reached by Russia, in which a 7-hour green zone has been provided in the cities of Mariupol and also in Volno. And there are buses that are lined up, not only the municipal buses, but also the public transporters have been appealed by the Ukrainian administration to accommodate as many students and as many people as they can, because that's the only time when these people can be evacuated from the Ukrainian site where the war continues in other places.